Congratulations, you made it! Passing your theory exam. It's another part of getting your driving license in Germany. It's actually the first part. Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So it's about driving. We've been doing all this for the past few weeks, so to say. So driving license in Germany. Congratulations, you made it! Passing your theory exam. It's another part of getting your driving license in Germany. It's actually the first part. The second part is the practical exam, and that's what we want to talk about today. How to pass your driving license exam, the practical part. Okay, so the last time we talked about some things we need to do, some things we don't need to do. We went into the app, the Führerschein learning app, and saw how we can go through it, get used to the app, get used to the questions. Yeah, the next thing is the practical. So what do you need to know? Usually when you're done with your theory exam, you get your results, showing your result that you passed, and then the next thing, you're booked for the practical. So you're assigned a teacher who's going to take you through all the thing about learning how to drive. If you're a learner that you don't have any experience in driving, it's okay, just relax, you get used to it. But if you're going through the Umschreiben option, you already know how to drive. It's just for you to get used to the road, get used to the traffic signs and so many other things, how to react in some situations in Germany when driving. So your teacher is good and he or she is going to help you. And one thing before we dive into it is, don't forget, it's now going to be more in German because the examiner is going to ask you questions in German or going to give you directions on what to do in German. So begin now to, get used to that. Okay, so let's get into it. Previously, we talked about the Führerschein learning app. So we're going back to it again because in this app, we have the theory part and we also have the practical part. So today, we're going into the app and we come out and then we're good to go. Okay, so join me. Okay, so we are in the Führerschein learning app. Just like the last time, we head to the additional training. So here we can see two parts in the middle, top part of this, we see theory and practical. So we've done the theory and we've passed our exam. So now we're heading to the practical, okay? Okay, so in this particular part, we have three packages. We have the practical packages, perception images, and practice model. So we're going to go through them one after the other because we have videos, they're all videos, and then questions come after them. So we're going to go through them. Let's dive into it.
Das Einfahren auf Autobahnen ist nur an den gekennzeichneten Anschlussstellen erlaubt. Orientieren kann man sich an den blauen Hinweisschildern. Ihnen entnimmt man die Reihenfolge der Einfahrten, die Fahrtrichtung zur Autobahn, das Fahrziel sowie die Nummer der Autobahn.
So as you can see, the car is about to enter the Autobahn. We have this red line. It cannot take that, but has to go through the green line, follow it. Just like from our theory exam, we already know that this sign is that we cannot enter because cars will be coming out from there. We can only take the right turn from the blue direction. So a closer view, you see here, it says stop fast. That is a wrong road, so we should take note of that. Okay.
Ein frühzeitiger Blick verschafft Übersicht über den Verkehr im rechten Fahrstreifen. Beschleunigen Sie kräftig und nutzen Sie die gesamte Länge des Einfädelungsstreifens. Beobachten Sie den nachfolgenden Verkehr und blinken Sie von Anfang an nach links. Ist die passende Lücke ausgewählt, wird der tote Winkel kontrolliert. Erst dann wechselt man in flachem Winkel in den Fahrstreifen der Autobahn. Häufige Fehler bei der Benutzung des Einfädelungsstreifens sind zu geringe Beschleunigung und damit zu große Differenzgeschwindigkeit. zu frühes Wechseln und damit nicht Ausnutzen der gesamten Länge des Einfederungsstreifens. Beobachtung des rückwärtigen Verkehrs ausschließlich über Schulterblicke. Unzureichende Beobachtung des rückwärtigen Verkehrs.
Okay, when we look at this, after the video, there comes the question, just like I told us that we're going to get that. So here it's telling us that by clicking continue, we get to read the questions and answer them academically. So when we click there, but that's not for that. So here we go to the next, which is perception image. When we click on the first image, we see like there is a ball and definitely a question will come after it, and then we get to answer that or solve that, you know. So this is how this one works. And then the next is the practice module. So when we click on the practice module, we have all the pictures. Start with the first one. You need to like touch some points to actually say that these are things you're observing or seeing could be a problem if you decide to drive through. So assuming that this is your car and you're driving, and what are the things that you need to watch out for in this particular case. So when you look closely, you're going to see some things that you should observe. First, when you look at this pillar, you see that someone is about to cross it, so you need to look at it. It's very important because it is hiding something behind it. And then after that, when you also look at the right hand side of your car, you can see that a man is waving, and from the picture it shows that he's in a motion. So these are the things we need to work on. So back here, when we go to the DriveCam, we click start, and then we come here to the DriveCam, which is another part of the preparation for your driving and how to pass this your driving exam. Okay, so looking at it, you see it's very simple. We go step by step. Let's start with the einparken. So when we click on the einparken, we're going to see videos, and then we roll like that. Okay, good. Okay, that done. So for the driver's cam, there's lots of videos you need to watch and learn with it, and you get to have questions that come. So the next one that we really need to work into is the Getfar app. So this Getfar app is like more practical in the sense that you see yourself in animation driving through the city or through a path or on the road, and then you get to see a lot of things and you react accordingly. So that's what we just opened right now, and let's have a look. Okay, so we go into it and let's see what it's all about. So here you see that we have animation, and you just need to observe some of the risk in it that you need to watch out for while driving. Okay, so here we look into it, and as we can see, there is a lorry in front of us, a big vehicle that we need to observe very closely. If it's slowing down, we need to slow down, all those things. But then when you go through this, it's very interesting. You can always get the things the way you expect them, and you follow them accordingly. So here it's telling us to tap on the truck, so it's very interesting and self-instructing. So you just need to follow them one after the other, and you're good to go. So guys, I hope you learned this particular app, how to go about the driver's cam, the Getfar learning, and then the options we have in the additional training, how to go about this thing. It's so interesting. If you go through all these, man, you're going to for example, the Getfar learning is like a game, animation. You get used to it, it becomes part of you, and then when you enter the road, you get to see all those things you've been seeing. Another thing I want to give is, if you don't have a car to practice, like if you don't have a friend who can take you into the car and then you begin to observe the road, One thing you can do is, if you have a bicycle, and take a bicycle, go through your street, the city where you are, the places that you can ride, and get to observe. Assume that you're driving. So when you pass this, you say, oh, this part I have to do this I have to observe that. If you don't have a bicycle Fahrrad, that's the name in German, enter a bus. The bus is just like driving. You can stay close to the driver, and then you can see the whole view, and you begin to observe things. This will help you prepare your mind for this theory exam. But this is what you definitely must have gone through with your teacher, because then you're driving and your teacher is by your side teaching you and correcting you and all that. But sometimes it's also good to be on your own, to in this case, that you don't have any person, but you're trying to condition your mind to the exam situation, which will help you a lot. Okay, so the other thing I want to also give you is that on the day of your exam, don't be so afraid about anything. I know usually as human beings, when we are ready for an exam, our body changes because it's something we're not used to. But always give yourself confidence. Hit your chest, like you did in your theory exam. Do that and tell yourself, oh, I prepared for these, I can do this, I can do this. And then I wish you all the best. So that's it from my side. Remember, subscribe to this channel so that those who are interested in such a topic can always get to hear this. During my time, I learned a lot from watching videos on YouTube on how to prepare and do some things that I've learned and done in Germany. So I'm here to just help out from my own personal experience. Being an expert in Germany, we've made our mistakes, we also learned our lessons. So this is going to help a lot of people. So subscribe to this channel, put on the notification button so that people can also get to see the new videos I upload all the time. And thank you guys for all my subscribers. It's been a wonderful time. I have more than 100 subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Let's continue doing this. Let's continue subscribing. Tell your friends so that those who are interested in this can always get to it. See you guys. Bye bye.